Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. So I'm just gonna find number 8 to open up on the calendar, but I thought I would talk to you guys about what I'm going to be doing tonight. Okay, I found it. I wonder if this is a dinosaur. Looks kind of promising. It's kind of stuck. No, it is a shooting star. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a shooting star. I will say this every day, I don't understand this calendar, but anyways. Tonight we are meeting some of our school friends at a bar in the 11th, so I will let you guys know what it's called because apparently it has like €3.50 pint, so of beer, so I'm excited. And then this morning, actually, I had class. I woke up at 6:30 a.m. and then I had to walk. Our school is about a 35-minute walk from us, and I show up and I actually had an overlap in classes, so I had to tap in one class and then run upstairs to tap in the other class, because in Europe or just at my school, you have to tap into classes with your student card to make sure that you were there. That's how they do attendance. And so I tapped in and then I came back down to the class that I wanted to attend because I could kind of choose between the classes, and the teacher had moved the class online 8 minutes before because he thought it was online originally, so he just never went to school, so he just sent out a link through email. But even though that was like his wrong, I didn't bring my laptop to school because I just take notes like on paper or whatever. So I just sat there listening to other people's computers. There was like 4 or 5 other people, and then we attended class, and then I went to the mall, did some grocery shopping because my favorite grocery store is in the mall. It's like it's like Europe's version of Costco or Paris' version of Costco. It's so big, everything is in bulk and like such great prices. Like I got these bananas for like $2.42 and there's like 7 of them here, so that's really good. And then I went to the gym. My favorite gym is over there. It's like further away from this place, but it's my favorite gym. It has like floor to ceiling windows. That's where I filmed yesterday. And yeah, now I'm just off to work. So I just got ready for work, and then I'm just gonna meet my friends right after work. So I kind of got ready for like 2 things. But yeah, it's not raining out currently, so I hope that stays like that. But anyways, I did this flip with my hair again. I just love doing this. It's so easy and just takes like 5 minutes. I love it. But yeah, I will see you guys later when I meet up with my friends. So you guys, I just got off work and I'm heading to Popeyes to get a chicken sandwich. I have not had it since being here, and then I'm gonna meet my friends.
Okay, guys, so we made it to the bar. I forget the name of the bar, but I'll put it in the description. Cafe Popular. Okay, yeah, Jenna's saying it right now, but I'll put it on the screen. But I'm here with Mark. He endured the pain of our class to this morning.
Oh, it was bad.
I don't know if I can hear you. Well, I'll turn up the volume. It's okay. He endured the pain of our class this morning, as I was talking to you guys about earlier.
Yeah, all the way in for an 8 a.m. and it doesn't turn on.
Yeah. So annoying. But anyways, this bar is so cool, you guys. It reminds me of a place back home. It's so amazing with like the stickers and stuff. Like the stickers on the windows are so cool.
So we are on our way to our favorite crepe place. It's on Grand Boulevard. I will show you guys the name of it, but it's honestly the cheapest crepes and they're the thickest as well. We've been to a place by a piano bar we've went to, and they're $1 more and they're so thin, and the filling they don't put as much. So I will show you guys the crepes, but they're seriously, you can't beat them. Okay, you guys, one thing about Paris and France in general is all the McDonald's are decked out in Christmas lights. Like I knew this was a McDonald's coming up to it because it's decked out in like white Christmas lights, and it has trees. It's showing up all the other stores on the street though. It's crazy, you can see it from a block. So you guys, we're coming up on another McDonald's. As you can see, the trees and the lights are just outshining everything. It's actually crazy. So you guys, we're on Grand Boulevard right now. We're just approaching, this is Le Porte Le Mans. I literally paid 25 euros for a double Aperol Spritz. You guys, we made it to the crepe place. I will insert the name in the video below, but you order here and then you stand over there and pick up your order. So you guys, they make the crepes right in front of you.
And again, you order here and then you come and pick up your order, and all the crepes are huge and thick. They're so good.
VLOGMAS is coming out. They got strawberry and Nutella crepes. You guys, they pack it full of steam. Don't look at my fingernails. And you guys, these are the prices. If you wanted to look, that's the sugar one. And then the Nutella one is somewhere there. So very good prices. Nutella is there. Oh, Nutella is right there. Very, very good prices, you guys. Oh, okay.
Hey you guys, so we're here at the crepe place. I just got my crepe and I got the sugar one. I just think it's just plain sugar, but they both got strawberry and Nutella, which I normally like, but the sugar one, it's just so good, you guys. It's steaming. Best prices, definitely check. So we just dropped Mark off at the metro station and we're heading home now. We're gonna take the bikes home. Honestly, I kind of prefer taking the bikes home rather than the metro. It's kind of like, it's faster and it's actually more exciting.
And cheaper.
And it's cheaper and you get exercise. So, you know, there's all these factors going into it. And it's actually not that bad of a night. I am wearing a scarf, but it's not actually that cold out. I would say it's just a brisk, you know, winter night. But the street we're on is very dead right now. But Grand Boulevard is to the right and it's pretty busy. So we're just gonna find our bikes and head home. I believe they're right there. Okay guys, so I don't have a ton of footage from today. It was just, again, another very normal day. I went to work and I went to the gym and I went to school and I went to the grocery store, as I told you earlier. But we just came home from getting drinks with our friends and it was so fun, you guys. That place is definitely something you need to check out. It was $3.50 for the Blanc beer, which is just basically plain beer, but it was very, very good beer. And I haven't had beer here in a very long time because it's hard to find like good cheap beer because beer shouldn't be expensive. That's what cocktails are for. But anyways, I thought I would sit down with Jenna and share our school experience here because we actually just wrapped up our last class and we have an exam I think next week for another class, but I thought we would share a little bit about our school experience. I might do another video about it, but because there's so much to unpack.
That's a lot.
So yeah, but starting off, our first class was project management, I believe.
Mine was digital marketing.
Yeah, and then mine was like an Excel class basically. But I find like they can schedule you whatever day during the week and it will change weekly. And the times will change, but most of the classes are at least 4 hours. I did not have one that was 2 hours. They did not let you go early really at all. And they always just have one big test at the end, and it's very fast paced in a way. There's not really, like in Canada, we would have essays and little mini projects and a big project.
You don't really get a lot of homework.
Yeah, no homework at all. And you can like go to the test without really studying at all. Like it's just like common knowledge. It's very weird. Like we definitely didn't feel stressed at all.
It was so bizarre with the scheduling. Like, to kind of summarize it, we started off in September and each of us had 2 of the courses out of 4 of the courses. So we each were taking 4 courses this semester and we started off with 2. So we started off with digital marketing for me and then project management, and then she started off with her Excel and then the project management, which is the one we did together because we only took 2 together and then 2 separate. They were like, they change weekly, like she said, like work schedule almost. So it'll literally be Monday one week, Friday the next week. Some people have it on Saturdays, like
at 8 a.m.
Yeah, like 8 a.m. on Saturdays they'll have class, which is
messed up,
bonkers to me. And then our other classes, like these classes ended at the end of October, and then our other classes started in November, which our school is literally like, this was our last class today and it's what, December 8th? Like, so we literally had some of these classes for 3 weeks.
We also have a friend though that a class just started this week for them and it continues into next Friday. So their class
is longer.
Timeline was like literally 2 weeks.
And I was supposed to be in another course that I kept emailing like the study abroad coordinator about because I was so confused because it wasn't on my schedule because I was supposed to have 4 courses. And this one was like a desktop publishing one. And I was actually kind of looking forward to this one because I thought it'd be cool. I thought we'd be like going over some websites and different things like that. But I kept emailing like the help desk and stuff, and they weren't responding and stuff. And then I finally went in person, and she's just like, being canceled because we don't have a professor for it. And this was like a week, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago that I found this out. So that course literally got canceled with less than a month left of school. And so basically what they did was just gave me the credits for it, but I don't have like a mark for the course. So I literally just have credits for a course that I didn't even do.
But she paid for it.
But I paid for it. So I basically paid for just credits, but I have literally, if someone sees that on my CV or whatever and is like, oh, you have experience with this, I literally don't have like
any of the classes
training
here we don't have experience with at all, because I took a class about Excel, and I didn't know it was about Excel. I wouldn't have taken it because I took a class back home that was all Excel. She also took that same class, and it was, I forgot the name of my class exactly, but it was all Excel. I don't remember anything from that class, but I remember everything from my home.
You said it was like
class.
Random coding.
Yeah, it was just like his own formulas for certain things in the cells. But yeah, anyways, the classes here and the teachers are just like all really, really bad. Like none of them were good. Like hardly any of them were good.
The professor we had for like this class, social media marketing,
which was the last class today.
Yeah, the last class we had today, absolutely like wild. I have never experienced a professor more unprofessional and like borderline like needs help, because he literally, I don't know how he got hired, because he literally doesn't have a teaching degree. Like, we were talking to the coordinator, and because we were filing a complaint about him, and he doesn't even have a teaching degree. We have literal video evidence of him like threatening the class. Like, he was literally like, I don't care if you're gonna play with me, I'm gonna play with you. And he literally said that to the class. And then there's emails between like him and a student, and like that's one of our friends, and he was saying like the student was basically
stuff, and it's just like stuff you don't say on an email.
Yeah, but the student was basically just like saying, oh, I missed the class because of this reason. And the professor was like, literally like, oh, I see what game you're playing, like in an email. Like,
yeah, it's just really weird. And then even in class, he was saying like he sent a PowerPoint to a student, and then he's like, oh, I sent it to Savannah, which is obviously me. And I look up and I was like, oh, I didn't get a PowerPoint. And then I look and I was like, oh, I do actually have it. He goes, oh, why didn't you send it to the rest of the class? Like, it was my responsibility to send his PowerPoint to the rest of the class, when I didn't even know the rest of the class because it was online, the first class, and then I just met them in person. I'm sure I knew like 5 or 6 people, but I didn't know everyone in class.
It's not your job. Like, the thing about that class too was we were having an exam that was worth 40% of our mark, and he was like, oh, I hope you guys studied the slides, and everyone was like, what slides? So he sent them to Savannah, expecting her to know everyone's emails, know the class list, and email them all herself to the whole class.
Really weird.
Like what?
And then he was like arguing with me, like the fact that I didn't do it. He was like, we kind of went back and forth about it, and the class was sticking up for me, and then he was just like, oh, like he just was like not letting it go that I should have done it, and it was just like really bizarre.
He was like, yeah.
And then today, as I said, like I mentioned earlier, like he emailed 8 minutes before. So, just like the whole thing, I just like, it's bizarre every time. Like I went to today's class because I had an overlap, so I could have chose to go to either International Sustainable Business Management, which is a mouthful, and then or social media, which is the one with the interesting teacher. And honestly, I chose the one with the interesting teacher because it's a little bit more entertaining to see like what he's gonna do next. But and also my friends are in that class. But yeah, just really interesting experience. We heard from the other girl that studied abroad in the winter that the school was like not good. So we were already like kind of coming into it like expecting not great things, and we definitely got that.
I'm still like, I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. Like, I cannot believe that professor literally threatened like the class, like, or like, I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
And he did it on like, he only ever did or said those things when it was like incriminating. Like, he said it on online classes where anyone can be recording, and he said it through emails, which are literally like written evidence.
Yeah, it's really weird. He would never
So
say
weird.
anything like really weird in class
Except for
the email
yeah.
thing. But like other than that, he was just like pretty normal and just like, I don't know. But yeah, the French school system, at least at this school, is not great and just super bizarre. And I don't like back home when you're signing up for classes, you know, like, oh, this class is run on Mondays and Wednesdays at this time and this time. This one, you're just signing up for classes and hope that they are scheduled at a good time, because we have friends that were in class from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. and with a 2-hour break in between for lunch. But most people here, they live like at least half an hour away, so you're not going home for lunch for just an hour. So they are literally like out of their house from like 7 a.m. to like 8:30, which it's kind of like a normal work day in a way, but like it's just insane. So I definitely, and then having class on Saturday also, that's really weird. I didn't know that was a thing, but I know at our home institution you can choose to take classes on Saturdays, but there's only like 2 courses that run on Saturdays and you choose to take that. So just really bizarre.
It was a little bit weird. I like, not that, like, I feel like this has been our experience and then like our friends' experience and stuff, but I feel like maybe there's better schools and stuff in Paris, and this one is just kind of a bit of a flop, because like obviously we were really grateful to like experience that and like have that I don't know, the study abroad experience, and we've loved everything else about the experience. It's just this like school system, like the way they have like the way they hire the professors. Like we asked the study abroad coordinator and she was like, I don't even know where they got this guy.
Yeah,
because they've had so many complaints about him.
Shout out to our international support teacher person. She deals with all the complaints, all the emails.
She's so nice.
She is like, she's just so nice, and she fields so many emails and complaints. Like she literally had a line outside of her door
about this professor.
When the professor was like, oh, didn't Savannah email you the thing? Like she had a line outside of her door. So bless her.
Yeah, because also we forgot to say, the exam we did, it was on a Google form, which you logged on with your phone through a QR code, and it was supposed to have like 40 questions, and they were supposed to be multiple choice questions. And we literally had the same like 6 questions repeated like 5 or 6 times each. So like you have 45 questions or 40 questions or whatever, but like 6 of them, like they're all the same questions repeated like 6 times, like 4 or 5, like whatever, 6 times.
And when you're doing it on your phone, it's different on a laptop. It's like a little bit easier. When you're doing it on your phone, everything kind of gets mixed up. So like I was doing it, and then I like was like looking at the questions, and I'm like, I think I've seen this one before, but maybe it's just me. And then I go a little bit more, and someone said there was like 40 questions. I was like, that's a lot for a MCQ, just like kind of impromptu. And I'm just like, so I raise my hand, and then someone else says, yeah, I think the questions are repeating itself. And then he goes, oh yeah, they did, it's a mistake. So he didn't say anything until someone like spoke up about it,
asked about it,
and then he's like, but just answer it. So if you get it right the first time, that's great, and then like you can just get it right the other times. But if you don't, then it'll just like, I don't know, he made no sense when explaining it, but I'm assuming that he was just gonna mark questions right or wrong. I don't know, but it was just like so bizarre, and each question had a different MCQ option. Yeah,
he also was like, because we were so confused when we were like starting to take the test, because we were like, okay, well, are there going to be multiple right answers? Like some tests you do, and like there's going to be like, you need to do like choose 2 correct answers, or like choose the most accurate ones or whatever. Well, this one didn't have that, so we were like, okay, well, are there multiple right answers? Like, will we get marked wrong if we choose like 2 answers and one of them's right and then one of them's wrong? And so we had to like clarify that with him, and then he's just like, oh, like I'll just mark the right ones or whatever. Like, so it just was like, it just made no sense. And this was supposed to be our final exam, and we were literally sitting there on our phones doing it. Like,
it's just like the whole thing is very chaotic, but I kind of do find it interesting. You need to tap into the school to even like get in the door. So I kind of like that aspect of it.
Yeah, for security kind of.
Tapping into the classes I don't love, because if you're more than 10 minutes late, you technically get marked absent from the whole class. So that's very strict, but I get it. Like they want you to be on time, but that's very strict. I'm not used to that, because at our home institution, you can like miss a class if attendance isn't mandatory, or you could be late and you could still be kind of marked there in a way. Yeah. So, I don't know.
The only other thing too is with the way they schedule courses, it's very like last minute, and they'll be overlapping with a lot of courses. So like Saf mentioned, like she had a course today that they are literally overlapping during the exact same time. So like sometimes you'll just miss multiple classes because they overlap.
And we were only taking 4 classes. It's very normal for people to take 12, which seems like a lot if you're coming from North America or whatever. Like 4 classes is like a lot, even 5. But 12 is very normal because like they're all like this. They run for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time, and they're all just like, maybe you have like 3 classes in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So we have friends that are taking like 12 classes, and some are in French and some are in English. And the French and English overlap a lot because normally people that take French are not taking English. But anyway, so they had so many overlaps, like a ton. So you just kind of automatically got marked there for both classes. So yeah, I don't know. This has been our experience again, but
PSA, we're very grateful for the opportunity, but we just have had a lot of like,
it's just our honest, and it's just this one school too that we've been to. I actually haven't heard about any other business schools in Paris.
I talked to the girls tonight, and they were saying, because we made other friends tonight, and they were saying like that their school's like very fancy and like it's good. So
okay. So this we're also going to a private school, so I don't know if that's private school as well. But this is again our experience with this certain school. We're still very grateful, but like the school just was really bad. But everything else about our experience has been super great. Loved everything about it.
Yeah, and the thing that like boggles my mind is like we only had to pay for our home institution fees because it's like an exchange, obviously. But for people that go to this school in particular, it is 8,000 to 10,000 euros a semester for this school. And to me, I'm like, if I was paying that much for the type of education we received just like in the past few months that we've received, I would literally like not even bother getting a secondary education, like, or like a college education at that school, because it is literally not even like, I have learned nothing for business. Like I've literally retained nothing from the courses I did at all.
Yeah, a lot of it has been repeat from Canada. Yeah, but again, our experience. But anyways, I just thought I would share our interesting experience.
Not to be negative Nellies, but this is our honest, like, this stuff actually happened. Like, and yeah.
It's wild that it actually happened. Thanks for coming and watching today's vlog. Come back tomorrow, and we are actually going to go to a club tomorrow night in Paris, and I'm very excited. So I will show you guys what I get up to tomorrow. We also might go and do a little surprise. I'm not really sure. It might be raining, so we might just do a get ready with me. I'm not really sure, but anyways, see you.